Imagine a place where time seems to stand still, where rolling green fields stretch to the horizon under vast open skies, and where the people move with a quiet grace that feels almost otherworldly. This is Belarus in 2025, a country often overlooked on the map. But those who discover it find a land of unexpected beauty and profound peace. They call it the land of angels, not because of heavenly beings, but because of the extraordinary kindness and resilience of its people. What if everything you thought you knew about Eastern Europe was turned upside down? What if you found a nation that has quietly forged its own path, creating a society where community matters more than commerce, and where the simple joys of life are cherished above all else? Keep watching, because we are about to take you on a journey into the heart of this enigmatic country, and what you see will change your perception of happiness forever. Our story begins in the capital city of Minsk, a place that defies easy description. As you walk the wide, clean boulevards in 2025, you are struck by the sense of order and calm. The architecture is a fascinating mix of grand Soviet-era buildings, now restored with a modern touch, and sleek new structures that speak to a forward-looking vision. But the real surprise isn't the buildings. It's the atmosphere. There are no frantic crowds, no blaring horns. Instead, there is a gentle hum of life. People stroll leisurely. They stop to chat with neighbors, and they always seem to have a moment to help a stranger. This is your first encounter with the angelic nature of Belarusians. Their warmth isn't loud or overwhelming. It's a quiet, steady presence that makes you feel instantly safe and welcome. Step into the metro, and you'll find it not just as a means of transport, but as an underground art gallery. The stations are breathtaking, with chandeliers, mosaics, and marble columns, yet they are spotlessly clean and efficient. In 2025, the trains run on time, powered by renewable energy, a testament to Belarus's commitment to a sustainable future. But look at the faces around you. You see students immersed in books, elderly couples holding hands, and parents with children, all coexisting in a bubble of mutual respect. It's common to see someone offer their seat to an older person without a second thought, or a group of friends sharing laughter without disturbing the peace. This ingrained courtesy is a way of life here, a relic of a collectivist past that has been lovingly preserved into the present. Now, let's venture beyond the city into the countryside, where the true soul of Belarus resides. The landscape is a tapestry of dense forests, mirror-like lakes, and quaint villages that seem untouched by time. In 2025, ecotourism has blossomed, but it's done with a light touch. You can stay in a traditional wooden house, a khata, where the air smells of pine and homemade bread. The families who host you aren't just running a business, they are inviting you into their homes. They share stories over steaming cups of herbal tea, made from plants they gathered from the forest themselves. They might take you to see the European bison, the majestic symbol of Belarus, roaming freely in the Belovetskaya Pushcha forest, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that feels like a primeval wilderness. Here, nature isn't something to be conquered. It's a partner to be respected. The people here have a deep, almost spiritual connection to the land. They know the secrets of the seasons, when to harvest berries and mushrooms, and how to live in harmony with the environment. This reverence for nature is another angelic trait. It's a gentle stewardship that ensures future generations can enjoy the same beauty. As we travel through the small towns, we notice the pace of life is slower, but it's rich with meaning. In the town of Mir, the majestic Mir Castle stands as a fairy tale silhouette against the sky. But the real magic happens in the streets around it. Local artisans craft pottery and weave linen using techniques passed down through generations. In 2025, these crafts are not just for tourists. They are a point of pride, a way to keep history alive. You can watch a potter shape clay with hands that seem to hold centuries of knowledge, or a weaver create intricate patterns that tell stories of the past. The people here work with a quiet dedication that is meditative to witness. They aren't rushed by deadlines. They are driven by a desire to create something beautiful and lasting. This commitment to quality over quantity is a hallmark of Belarusian life. Now let's talk about the people themselves. Belarusians have a reputation for being reserved, but that's only on the surface. Once you engage with them, you find a deep well of generosity and strength. Their history is one of resilience, having endured wars, invasions, and political upheavals, yet they have emerged with a profound sense of dignity and hope. In 2025, the younger generation is blending this resilience with a global outlook. They are educated, multilingual, and tech-savvy, but they haven't lost touch with their roots. You might meet a young programmer who spends weekends helping his grandmother in the village, or a university student who volunteers to clean up the local parks. This balance between modern ambition and traditional values is key to understanding why Belarus feels like a land of angels. The angels here are the everyday people who look out for one another. There's a strong sense of community where everyone knows their neighbors. It's not uncommon for people to grow their own vegetables in small garden plots, and then share the harvest with those in need. During the long winter months, when snow blankets the country in a silent white, people come together even more. They gather for salyanka, a hearty soup that warms the soul, and share stories around the table. These gatherings are filled with music, often from the tsimbali, a traditional hammered dulcimer, and dancing that brings joy to the darkest days. The food in Belarus is simple but nourishing, much like the people. Staples like potatoes, which they call bulba, are transformed into dozens of delicious dishes, from draniki, potato pancakes, to babka, a potato pie. In 2025, there's a revival of ancient recipes, with a focus on organic and locally sourced ingredients. But the most important ingredient is always the hospitality. If you're invited to a home, you'll be treated to a feast that seems to never end, and your host will insist you have more, as a sign of warmth and welcome. This generosity is automatic, without expectation of anything in return. It's this selflessness that earns the country its angelic nickname. Religion and spirituality play a subtle but important role. Belarus is a land of many faiths, with Orthodox Christianity being predominant. But there are also Catholics, Jews, and Muslims, all living in harmony. The churches and synagogues are places of quiet reflection. But the spirituality extends beyond the walls. It's in the way people care for each other, in the respect for elders, and in the celebrations of festivals like Kupale, a pagan-rooted midsummer festival where people weave flower crowns and jump over bonfires, symbolizing purity and new beginnings. In 2025, these traditions are stronger than ever, as people seek meaning in a fast-changing world. The economy in Belarus has evolved by 2025. While it remains closely tied to Russia, there's a growing emphasis on IT and technology startups, particularly in Minsk. But unlike in many countries, the pursuit of profit hasn't eroded the social fabric. Companies often prioritize employee well-being, with flexible hours and support for family life. The government has invested in healthcare and education, ensuring that basic needs are met for all. This safety net allows people to focus on what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and community. It's a model that challenges the notion that progress must come at the cost of humanity. As we look to the future, Belarus in 2025 stands as a beacon of quiet stability. It hasn't chosen the flashy path of its Western neighbor. Instead, it has cultivated a society where life is lived with intention and heart. The angels of Belarus are not mythical creatures. They are the teachers, the farmers, the artists, and the parents who every day choose kindness over cynicism and community over individualism. So, if you ever feel disillusioned with the modern world, come to Belarus. Walk its peaceful streets, breathe its fresh air, and meet its people. You'll leave with a renewed faith in humanity and the understanding that in this little-known corner of Europe, heaven isn't a distant dream. It's a present reality. This is life in Belarus, the land of angels, where every day is a lesson in grace.